And I'm back. And I'm starting the final game of the Ace Attorney Apollo Justice Trilogy. And that game is Spirit of Justice. Now, Spirit of Justice, I'd say, is the best of the three. Mostly because of the stuff that happens in Khura'in. And I hope I get that pronounced right, because I'm probably not, and I'm probably going to screw up every once in a while. But you see that character there, Rafa. The thing that she does in this game is really cool, and makes up for a lot of the issues that I have with most of the rest of the game, including a less than interesting prosecutor. Case 6-2 is really good. 6-4 is but it has a really annoying, like, defendant who's there. Like, just really fucking bad defendant. Like, why are we defending this guy? But the Khura'in stuff is really fucking good, and that's the draw of this game. And it also helps that it's more of a Phoenix Wright-centric game than even Dual Destinies was, because that was more Athena's game. But, yeah. No better time than now, I suppose.
On the western edge of the Far East, lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery. The kingdom of Khura'in.
Wright. Okay, that's going to be hard to say a lot.
But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole. But things like revolt and revolution were the furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
So, there is an intro bit. I don't know if they have this bit, but Maya's actually asking Phoenix to get here. But I guess they're just going right to the meat of the matter, I suppose. Which is totally fine. Here in Khura'in, death is not the end. Even after death, the soul lives on in the Twilight Realm. And priestesses can commune with the spirits of the dead. Fear not death. In the name of the Holy Mother. Fear only the impurities of your soul. This blight on my soul. I'll have the child take the blame. Also, his name's gonna be fun to try and say. But, I'll worry about that. So I guess I'll call it Khura'in is the best way. It's gonna be so hard. But I'm gonna live with it. Ugh. I'm finally here. So this is the kingdom of Khura'in, huh? What a long trip. I wonder how many hours I was in the air. So, theoretically, like, I'm not exactly entirely sure what this country's based off, but, like, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Vietnam, something in that area. I don't know specifically. It's an amalgamation of all of them. But the Buddhist focus has me thinking it's mostly India, but I could be wrong. But just look at this place. Get a load of this street. It really feels like I'm in another world here. My gorgeous temple. I read that's the center of town. Wow, an ox right in the middle of the street? You gotta get a picture of that. Excuse me, sir. I wonder what kind of bird that is. I've never seen anything like it. It's quite a crest on its head. Excuse me, sir. Yes? Pardon me, but are you Mr. Wright? Yes, that's right. Oops. Has he been trying to get my attention this whole time? Wait a minute, are you? That's right. I'll be your guide at your service. Puns. Between Dragon Quest and this, I'm never going to run out of it, but I'll be. I'm a monk in training at Temple. I'll be your guide around town. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but when they're so easy to pick out, it's really nice. It's very nice to meet you. Happy Khura'in! Happy Rocky! Let's see. Happy Rocky! I think it's Happy Rocky is the best way I would say it. Happy what now? Happy Rocky! That's how we greet people here in Khura'in. It's like hello or how do you do? It's a pretty handy expression to know. Okay, let me give it a try. Lolly ho! Lolly ho, I'm Phoenix Wright. Happy Rocky! My name is Phoenix Wright. I run a small little law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now, I'm just a traveler. A stranger in a strange land. Damn it, now I want to listen to Iron Maiden. Thank you, game. Oh well. Welcome to our country. Welcome to the kingdom of Khura'in, land of spirit mediums and mystery. This is for you, to celebrate your arrival. Speaking of mystery, what is that mysterious green lump exactly? Allow me to explain. This is a famous Khura'inese sweet bun. Khura'inese, I'm again. Oh, it's gonna be so frustrating. It's called a magataman or soul bun. It's shaped like a magatama. It's so yummy it'll send your soul right to the Twilight Realm. I don't have my boksu yet. Stop making me want food. This is making me eager. This doesn't exactly make me eager to try it. Thanks, I'll indulge later. That'll be 20 damas. Thank you for your patronage. I have to pay? I always have plenty of those on hand, so just let me know if you want any more. No wonder his bag looks so heavy. It's stuffed with all the tools of his trade. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you something important. It's about Miss Maya. She can't come see you for a few days. She can't come see you for a few days. Yeah, and I called her from the airport. She said she was still training up in the mountains. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I'm glad to hear she's in good spirits. Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. Came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her ascetic training. This is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay? You got it, sir! Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all. I was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands. Oh, shucks, she said that? Well, that's sure nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit, too. There's one person Maya was worried about, it was me. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go. That's what she said. That girl worries too much. No, she's been kidnapped quite a few times, and been on trial quite a few times. And whenever they get spirited away into a crossover game, she'll still get set on trial. So, of course she'd have a reason. But You sure came early to the party, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks. I hate to admit it, but I came early because I was worried. Oh well, you know. I thought I'd get in a little sightseeing first. Oh, sightseeing? Well, I'm the man for that. I'll show you all the best sights the country has to offer. Thanks. That would be great. I guess Albie takes his job very seriously. He's got smoke coming out of his nose. Well, what are we waiting for? The sights aren't just to see themselves. Jeez, you don't have to shove. First stop, Temple. We'll be right there in the center of town. There's something I really want to show you. Jeez. And I thought I was tense. But yeah, that is one hell of a temple, I'll give it that much. Wow. It's even more impressive up close. Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town, Temple. It was created by the founder of Khura'in, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right there as a temple to be a monk someday. Not that people in this country are all adherents of Khura'in. According to my guidebook, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated. The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with her ancestors' souls. And spirit mediums became queen to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother. Spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence. The main thing you want to see is when you come to the temple is the Dance of Devotion rite. The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed as an offering to the Holy Mother. The Dance of Devotion has the power to summon forth souls of... Dude! Slow down. I can't remember all that at once. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited. A little? Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is you really, really love your country. Well, that sure's true. I like this kid. Pours his heart into everything he does. Let's see. I guess I explained about half of what I usually explain. So I'll give you a special discount and only charge you 10 Damas for the tour fee. Thanks for your patronage. Guess he pours his heart into making an aggressive salesmanship, too. Come to think of it, Miss Maya told me she could tell I love my country, too. We stood here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother. Really? An hour? Hope that countered as patience training. And she seemed really interested, too. She listened to my whole speech. That doesn't sound like the Maya I know. Yeah, it's like she grew up. Something I never did. Miss Maya's so kind and nice. She treats me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me. This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last... Oh, yeah. Clang! Oh, no! Is it time already? We gotta hurry to the temple right away! First, let me get this lyrics card for the Song of Ceremony. There's an English translation of the lyrics, too, so give it a read, okay? Let's go! What a big rush. If we don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of her benevolence's Dance of Devotion! Her benevolence? The best character of this game. That's who. And, oh dear.
I'll be your guy. You're under arrest for treason.
Well, that's a rude-ass awakening and welcome if I'd ever seen it. Get ready for a lot of that. Also, as far as the Dance of Devotion is concerned, I am going to show it off every single time. I know the game overdoes it. There is storyline reason. I don't know why they show it every single time, but I really, really like watching it, so bear that in mind if you see it multiple times an episode, or like in the span of an episode, like a longer one. Like, I don't care. I really like it. It sounds like Ghost in the Shell music. So, there we go. If you don't like it, you can skip it. I'll leave it in for you guys to decide. Fair enough. Let me in! Why won't you let me in? 'Cause you're a foreigner. What business could you have in the court? I told you, my friend's on trial in there. Yeah, but he has a gun. Police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday and arrested Albie on suspicion of treason. I was worried about Albie, so I just had to come and see the trial. A trial isn't a tourist attraction, so buzz off! If you want a picture for your scrapbook, take one of me and get out of here. Look, you got it all wrong. Just wait, well, this is only one thing. Tell him I'm a lawyer. Did I forget my... Oh, there's my phone. Alright, so... yeah, tell him I'm a lawyer. Okay. Tell him I'm Khura'in. I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner. I'm a plumber. What? I'm actually a lawyer. Back at home, anyway. What? A lawyer? I can't... it's not possible. What's he so shocked about? Well, whatever. Now's my chance. Nothing wrong with a lawyer entering a courtroom, right? Wait! Get back here, you! So I am also going to try and make the judge sound a little different, too. So this is a Khura'in's courtroom. Hello, Payne. How you doing? Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing here in court? And she's giving you that 1,000-yard stare. So I'm gonna make him less. I'm gonna make him less gruff than the other judge. I'm gonna try for a little just lower voice, but not like Edgeworth. The divination seance has been performed. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused. So. Oh, that's bad. What? A verdict already? But the trial just started. Guilty? It's gotta be some kind of mistake. Please take another look. Seances performed by Princess Rafa are infallible. They show only the truth. What right do you have to question her abilities? But I didn't. Isn't it ironic that you, a devout adherent to Khura'inism, would dare doubt her insight? Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know. But I didn't do it. Your benevolence, allow me to explain, I beg you. Be silent, impudent whelp. There is no merit to be had in indulging the ramblings of a born of a criminal's unclean soul. But what in the world's going on here? The judge made his ruling based on something called a divination seance? What is Albie's attorney doing? Wait a minute. Where is their attorney? Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong. Foolish child. Doubting the divination seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Your Majesty, as royal priestess and in the name of Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul. As you command, so it shall be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us divine favor. Urdi Hara Khura'in!
Urdi Hara Khura'in! Urdi Hara Khura'in! Urdi Hara Khura'in!
Objection!
Huh? What? Just gotta stick your nose into everything. Wait just a moment. You're... Me and my big mouth. Now what? Mr. Wright, what are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm in it now, so I'd better do this right. Your Honor, it's too soon to give your verdict. This trial's only been underway for a few minutes. Excuse me? Who on earth are you? I'm an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through. A tourist, are you? Happy Rocky! But more importantly, where's this boy's defense attorney? Defense attorney? Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney. Wait, what? Of course you wouldn't be aware, being a foreigner and all. But we have no need for defense attorneys here in the Kingdom of Khura'in. We leave it all up to her benevolence's sacred power of spirit communion. Her divination seance determines all. What? But surely you see how unfair this is. What kind of insane court system are we running here? You would dare mock me, bobbed-head buffoon. If you value your life, you will leave post-haste, or shall I summon the bailiff? The bailiff is that big scary dude with the big scary gun, isn't he? I'm sure he would be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels. The cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt. Hold on! Mr. Wright's got nothing to do with any of this! Albie. I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go ahead, go see Miss Maya. But forget about me! You have to go now! I'm sure you can find another guide. Well, lots more places I wanted to show you. But it looks like I won't get a chance now. I'm sorry. Poor kid. He's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do? Obviously, I'm going to defend him. Can't just let a verdict be handed down with nobody standing in his corner. If Albie doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll do it. I'll defend him! Defend him? You can't be serious. Did you hear that? Is he out of his mind? Heaven forbid. Defend me! Mr. Wright, what are you saying? You can't do that. I most certainly can, don't worry. I'm kind of used to tackling all this sorts of shit. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you? Mr. Wright? You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further. Looks like defending somebody's easier said than done in this country. Bailiff, throw this man out! Huh? Your Majesty, if you please. You've something to say, Mr. Payne? Why not allow it, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting. Right, Mr. Phoenix, right? Right, Mr. whoever you are. Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler? That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty, and yes, I am acquainted with him. He's a defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before. Heavens to Betsy! Is she seriously gonna say that? That's not something I'd imagine she would say. You're a defense attorney? A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock. You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years' experience. Guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here. Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country? But, Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case. Call it nostalgia, if you will, but I'm most eager to give it a try. But I have a previous engagement. A class together with the missus. Your Majesty, I agree we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom. A score? 20 years? What is the deal with this place? Mr. Payne, I want that barbed head brought to me on a stick. As you wish, Your Benevolence. I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself. Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and her benevolence want, I will acquiesce. As far as the defense, I hope you're prepared for every eventuality. Every eventuality? What's he talking about? There, are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Yes. Thank you, Mr. Payne. And sorry for not remembering you. That's Chief Prosecutor, or the Incredible Payne, as I'm known in this country. And you'll know soon enough why that is, when you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law. Why is he so strangely confident? Not only that, but what's with this gallery? Just you watch. That defense attorney will try and twist the truth. You can bet on it. Get him, Chief! Crush that defense devil! This is way more lawyer hate than even I get back home. Now, if you would please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne. Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes, larceny and murder. Yesterday, the Founder's Orb was stolen from the treasure room of Temple. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Potroll, Temple security guard, and the empty treasure box that housed the orb which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure. To kill a guard armed with a gun. What a truly and terrifyingly bold act. I couldn't agree more, Majesty. Please allow me to submit evidence, the victim's autopsy report and court photo. It's been a long time since we had evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually. So yeah, you can tell I'm trying. It's hard for me because I don't have a deep voice, but I'm trying not to do Mr. Payne, all the time, because it can be a little scratchy, because I'll get cases with the normal judge anyway, so it's not a big deal. We may rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable. Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can check the evidence myself by looking at the court record. We'll see just how thorough you and your police were. Such a deplorable crime. The audacity of stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother. It's a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation. Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown. Is this treasure really so valuable an object? How can you even ask such a thing? Of course it is. Why, sealed within this treasure is the very soul, the mitama of our holy mother. Her soul sealed within the treasure? I think I'll take that with a grain of salt. You don't believe it, do you? Of course I believe it. Something tells me I better play along. This kind of irreverence is exactly why I dislike defense attorneys so much. Your Honor, Your Majesty? What is it now? This treasure. I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it? Of all the outlandish requests, you defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale. He's been getting awfully angry with me. And are those veins popping out his forehead? It's forbidden for anyone outside the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure. I guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home, too. For the benefit of the shamelessly unformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. It includes photos taken about 8 years ago when the treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year, for a special New Year's rite that takes place in the palace. Therefore, the treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people. I hear there's been a string of thefts lately of historical artifacts from the temple. That's right, Your Majesty. Inexcusable thievery of the precious national treasures for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused. So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure. Is that it? The accused's family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his ascetic training. I hope I'm getting that pronunciation of ascetic right. It's ascetic or ascetic? I'll have to look that up. Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume. What? No, I do have questions. Even more? But you just asked a bunch. Well, make it snappy. My class starts in a few short minutes. What? He's still planning on going to that thing? There's still a lot I don't know about the case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see, what else do I need to know about? Select the weapon. Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon? The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large bloodstain on it. How utterly reprehensible using the sacred treasure box for murder. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloody housing open and made off with the treasure inside. But the defendant's just a little boy. How do they think he'd be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head? A very good point, Mr. Wright. But I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused elevated position. Accused I can't say it that way. Accused bleh, elevated position would be more than make up for their difference in stature. Bleh. I guess that makes sense. More than my 50 attempts at trying to say one freaking word. Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Your title is obviously well earned. Well, the accused's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there's anything else, I'm ready to announce my verdict. Very well. In this case, I find that... Hey, one moment! Don't you think you're rushing things a little bit? I told you. I have plans to attend to and... Ah! I'm late! It's already started. How did the time fly by so fast? He's still stuck on that? We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant. Huh? Did I say something funny? Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that? What do you mean, what do I mean? I seem to have a dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall. Did I say quite recall in one word? And little wonder, so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. Should I even be surprised anymore? I demand that we let our defendant or the accused tell his side of the story. Is it really necessary? Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say. Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Payne-ness. Very well, as long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway. In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand. But before we do, I'd better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections? Go for it, Your Majesty. Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would. I'll be your guide. I'm in training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too. Why me? Now, where were we? Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty? Right. Let's do that then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add. He sounds a little dispirited. His wife must have given him a piece of his mind. Well, the defense had better get to it, and make it quick, if you please. The defense? Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer. Well, I am, and I'm here to defend you. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth, and you'll be all right. You tricked me! What? If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give back that Nekotachin! That Nekotachin that I gave you yesterday. Wait, what's gotten into you? Don't talk to me! You disgust me! Not even Albie's against me. But why? This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright, being loathed by a client. Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning and afternoon dances of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. All right. Ooh. Fancy new graphics and everything. But I'll save it here, because we've made it into the bit. Okay, so the next thing we gotta do is get to the part where Rafa leaves the courtroom, but we'll do that next time. So hopefully you enjoyed this first episode. I'll run it back and check the voices just to make sure if I want to make any adjustments or anything. But I'll see you next time.